Yeah, you know what it is. It's Big Mike and Jordan. We back again. And for the second consecutive show, we got a special guest we want y'all to meet with us today. Stick around, stay tuned. You know what it is. Let's go.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. You find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, yeah, Under the Lights.
Yeah. We back again. What's up, Jordan? How you doing, my guy?
I'm chilling, man. Early, but ready to get the show popping.
Ready to get this thing popping just like you are. You know what I mean? We told y'all we got a special guest with us today, so let me go ahead and get this introduction started. Who you are looking at right now is a former high school back-to-back MVP on the basketball court. She competed in the under-18 3-on-3 championships. She's a former Division I athlete where she played basketball at Boston College and Santa Clara University and was in a leadership role as a BIPOC support leader for the Santa Clara University Athletics Diversity, where she's also a class of 2022 graduate as well. After graduating, she returned home to Australia to continue her basketball career, playing for the Ringwood Hawks in the Australian NBL 1 and the Southside Flyers in the WNBL. She's an aspiring doctor and a student at the University of Melbourne, where she's passionate about healthcare. She hopes to improve global health equity by working with marginalized communities. And in between all of that, she's giving ladies that work, busting ass on the court, because last year she won the Queens of the Court and the 3-on-3 championship in Melbourne while being part of the Bayside Ballers. Please help us introduce Lana Hollingsworth.
Hello. Great intro. Smashed it.
How you doing, Lana? What's going on? We glad to have you on today. What's up, girl?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm good. I'm excited. Ready to talk some sports, talk all things ISO.
Yes, all things ISO. We have Lana here today because she is one of 24 elite women that is going to be competing for the $10,000 prize at the ISO1V1 basketball tournament in North Melbourne, Australia, September 5th through the 7th. Bring your A game or you will be exposed. You cannot bring 99%. You bring 99, you're going home with nothing. You understand me? This is not the test at school where you got a 99 and your mom is still happy. Cool, we still get to go get ice cream. You get it? You bring 99 on this day right here, September 5th through the 7th, you're going home with an F. You're not getting nothing. You understand? So, Lana, we are here to talk ISO 1v1 as I mentioned. We want to start this show off with a banger like we always do. I need you to give me your top five WNBA one-on-one basketball players right now. Talk to me, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. So one, I got Fee Collier. I feel like she's just a tough matchup. Two, okay. I'm going to go my GOAT, Maya Moore.
Ooh.
Three, I'm probably going to throw Diana Taurasi in there just because she's a dog.
Okay.
And then maybe, who do I want? Maybe, actually, you know who would be ridiculously hard to guard one-on-one? Kennedy Carter. I'll throw in at 4. She has a bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 5, I'm going to do 2 and 5, so this is illegal, but Arike, and then I'll throw in Paige as well. Like they all have a really deep bag.
Okay. So you said Nafisa Collier 1, Maya Moore 2, Diana Taurasi 3, Kennedy Carter 4, and Arike and Paige at 5.
I have pushed back ASAP.
You pushed back? Who?
Because if listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. WNBA, we talking about women's right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Moore's got to be 1. Come on now.
Okay. It's like in order. I was just going off riff. Yeah, Maya Moore is probably 1, 100%.
Okay,
Maya Moore's the GOAT.
So let me
my GOAT.
Okay, she's number 1.
Oh, like we're ordering them. Okay. Yeah, Maya Moore can be 1.
Okay.
I still feel like Fee's got to be 2 because she's big. Like I feel like that's a hard matchup.
Okay.
And I'm happy with Diana Taurasi 3.
Okay.
I might put Arike above Kennedy Carter, so we might go Arike 4 and then Kennedy Carter and Paige.
So where's Asia Wilson right there?
I just had to ask her where's she at,
Asia, man?
Okay, hear me out though. Like, Yeah, Asia could probably be up there, but I don't watch Asia's game that much. Like,
Okay.
she's really, really good, but I don't think her bag is as deep as like Fee won the Athletes Unlimited 1v1. Like, she won that whole thing. Diana Taurasi's like bag is ridiculously deep. And then who else have I said? Maya Moore's Maya Moore. Like, I just feel like in ones I feel like you need a bit more finesse. I don't know if Asia has that. But
she do.
Don't get me wrong, she's MVP of the league. Like,
She got
100%.
that. She got
That's
that.
the whole basketball game. It's different one-on-one.
But hey, listen here. When I see 101, I see 30. That's what I be seeing. I be seeing 30. I be seeing post up, fade away, pump, fake,
Everything.
drive to the rim, get up off me.
Footwork.
That's what I be seeing. You know what I mean? But it's, hey, listen.
Right shoulder, left shoulder. You talking everything you got.
Don't even matter.
She got it all. She got it all, man.
Yeah, she like that for sure. But it's all good though. At least you got Maya Moore up there, because a lot of people like to forget about Maya Moore. You know what I mean? If these young chicks right now was to see Maya Moore, they would be petrified. You understand me? I mean, I thought listen to me. She's 100% woman, okay? But if you don't know her and you look at her on the court, is that a man? Because that's how she move. With the ball in her hands, that dribbling ability to pull up, listen, she looked like she's a man playing with women on the court. You understand me? So shout to Maya Moore. I wish she would have played longer, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So
That's a fact.
we mentioned, you know what I mean? I know Jordan got a few questions for you. Obviously, we both got some questions for you, you know what I mean? So, just to, you know, I mentioned you playing basketball, you know, Boston College and Santa Clara and things like that, you know, and you went back home to Australia to continue your basketball career. Did you have any aspirations to play in the WNBA after college?
Not after college. I definitely had dreams of playing in the league growing up. Like everyone does, right? You can't go play college basketball and just be like, this is it. You have dreams.
Right.
But I feel like, so Boston College, I didn't play much. We were in the ACC. And I feel like I had a couple of reality checks. So we were in the ACC when Notre Dame's obviously in the ACC. And we were in the ACC that year. It was like Arike, Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Turner, like their whole starting five was going to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like their whole starting five was like top 10 draft picks. And I remember we were down like 40. We were getting hammered. And Mike, this is at the point, like I was a bench player. This was at the point, you know, when your coach is just like, you know what, let me just try anything. So she threw me in. And I just remember like Arike coming down like full pace and transition, and I was just standing there and I was like, I'm gonna end up on Sports Center. And then thank God she passed it. But that was one of those moments where I was like, you know what, like she's gonna be like a top 3 draft pick. Like I love myself. Realistically, I don't know if I have that in me. So I was like, yeah.
Okay, so you
wow.
And medicine, the thing about me as well is medicine's always been like a really big dream of mine.
Yeah.
And so, like, that was something I was always really aspiring to. So, like, it was kind of like, yeah, like, the league would be cool, but I don't know if I was ever really committed to it more than, like, becoming a doctor kind of thing. So, I was kind of in that weird spot.
So, the doctor weighed more on you than basketball, because that's what you really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
you're glad you had the opportunity to get that experience, go to college, play basketball, and things like that, but really, doctor's what you really wanted to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you went to Santa Clara though, you started getting more success saying on the court though, right? So
yeah.
Didn't that kind of weigh in your head where you're like, maybe I can do this?
Not,
you know what I mean?
Like, not really, to be honest, because I think the thing about it, especially women's basketball has kind of had like a major overhaul like the last few years in terms of popularity, money, like all of those things. So especially when I was growing up, like it was really hard for WNBA players. Like, you know, Diana Taurasi talks about it, like they had to go play in Russia just to like make money, and like they had to leave all of that. And so in terms of like stability and stuff, I was kind of looking at it and I was like, okay, well, first of all, like I've played in the ACC. I know what WNBA girls look like. I know how they move. I know how fast they go. I know how high they jump. Like the WCC doesn't have the same level of like athlete. You probably had maybe once a year one draft pick who like very rarely made it to a roster. So that was like the first thing. Like you're just playing in a conference. It's a different style. It's like more of like, I would say for any Australians going to play, like it's a great conference to like for Australian girls to shine. But in terms of like the raw athleticism, very different. So I was kind of always just weighing up the stability of it, and I was like, well, if I be a doctor, like I'm going to help people. It's a great career. There's a lot of stability in it. Like, I don't know. I had my real logical cap on.
You know,
I guess.
You know what's crazy? It's like my wife is a nurse, right? She's a RN. You know what I mean? And she tells me all the time that the medical field is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. There's girls out there. So you're going to be a doctor, but there's girls out here that look at nurse. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she got a Benz. Oh, she got a nice house. She got this. She got that. She got whatever. You know what I mean? And they look at it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And when it's time to really get out there in the field and start being a RN and being a nurse, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, whoa. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud you. Lana, for taking on this and wanting to do it, and that wanting to be you want that to be your career. Because listen, just from listening to my wife, it is a tough field to be in. You know what I'm saying? What type of doctor are you, or do you aspire to be?
It's such a hard question. I'm in my first year of clinical placement, so I've rotated with like a lot of different specialties. I initially went into medical school wanting to be a public health physician. A lot of that came from my time in America, because like America has a really bad healthcare system, and I was kind of sitting there. And I was like, this is bad. Like, there's a lot of people that need help, so I really wanted to get into that. Sports medicine has always been something that I thought would be cool, you know, to stay around basketball, psychiatry, pediatrics. Oh, there's just so many. It's hard to know. Like, it's really hard to know at this stage. I got a while to go. So.
Hey, we're gonna see Lana on the NBA sideline if you will, in little Jordan. She's gonna be on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Sports medicine, doctor, all that. Lana Hollingsworth. You know what I mean? Hey, man, she was on our show. That's Lana. They go Lana, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But go ahead, Jordan. Holla at her, man. What's up?
No, so obviously, since you're talking about, you know, so when you were younger, though, my question is this: who like inspired you, or what made you want to pick up a basketball at first, or was it, oh, I want to be in medicine immediately? Like, which like what was that like? What was that like growing up?
Yeah. This is funny. So I actually started playing basketball. I was getting bullied like at like 6 or whatever. And then and I like had no friends. So my mom was basically like, oh, like we need to do something. Like, so she signed me up for a basketball team, and I like absolutely fell in love with it. And my dad is like from a pretty like high level coaching background. So then I was kind of good at it. And then he helped me a lot through my career, and mom obviously supported me so much. And so definitely when I was like 14, 15, like my big thing was like I was watching Stanford, I think, win their national championship with like it was like Necker and her sister, and yeah, they were like cooking, and my big thing was like I want to be there. I want to go to college. Like that was always my big thing. It was like I want to go play Division I basketball. It wasn't as much like, obviously I loved the WNBA and like I watched it. Like I said, like big Maya Moore fan. But sorry, am I cutting out?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. I was a big Maya Moore fan, but I don't really ever think I had that vision in my head where I was like on the draft stage, hat in hand. Like my thing was like I want to go play college basketball. That was always like the thing. And it was like, obviously when you go play college basketball, it's like, oh, well, like look at all these people going to the league. Like it would be cool to go to the league. Like it would be so like all respect, like amazing, so much fun. But then I was also like, but wait, I really like want to do this medicine thing, and I want to prove to myself that I can do that too. So
right. That's amazing. Go ahead, Jordan.
No, that's what's up, man. I mean, that's probably, you know, the thing is, you know, for me growing up, it was a bit different. Like like I didn't really have nothing else to go to, so like going to play pro was like that was the it all end all. So when I went to school and I met this guy over here, you know what I'm saying, this dude, and we was roommates and everything, like me going back to the crib wasn't really an option because I didn't really have nothing to go back to. You know what I mean? So it was a bit different for me. And then now that I'm in like my post career, I think I look back at it and I'm like, if I really maybe still went to school during my time when I was playing professionally, so then after I know what I want to get into immediately. I didn't really get that opportunity. It's not until after I finished playing, after my 12-year career, it was like I went and I had to start and find something that I really love to do after, which was a bit difficult. I'm not going to lie. It was a bit difficult at first, but luckily, you know, I had people in my corner, and I started doing some development for kids and all that stuff, and then I started to love that process. So I was fortunate enough that happened, but that's what's up, that you actually, like, you know, wanted to do that pretty even at a younger age. You knew, like, okay, I want to go here, and then I want to go and do med school and help people, whatever it is. So that's what's up. That's big time. Anything I'm like.
So do you play a lot of basketball now?
Yeah, so not as much as I would like. Unfortunately, I'm basically like at the hospital every day, unpaid.
That's what I was going to ask you. I said, how the hell? I'm like, okay, so I know how much work it is for nursing school. I've watched my wife. I've been married for 8 years. Okay, I've been with her for 11. I watched her go through nursing school, all of the papers, all of the PowerPoints, all of the reading, all of the studying, and going to work. I'm going to sit like, how the hell is Lana balancing med school and basketball?
Yeah, look, it's not easy. And like, definitely, like, so I've only been in med school for 2 years. And so I guess 3 years ago, I came off my WNBL season and I played NBL1, and I had a really, really good season because I was basically like, I was hooping every day. Like I was I was a professional athlete. Like I was hooping every day. I was turning up to practice. I was doing indies every day. Like I was blah, 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 blah. And obviously like my stats reflected that. My game reflected that. And then so the next year I got recruited to Ringwood, and the Ringwood coach was like, you know, come, like we want you to be a big part, da-da-da-da. I was like, yeah, happy to, but I'm in med school. And then I had that season, and it was, I'm not going to lie, it was so hard. It was so hard because I just felt like I was really letting the team down because I wasn't performing at the level I knew I was capable of. And a lot of that was just due to like, I didn't have time to get in the gym anymore. Like I really didn't. Like as much as I wanted to, I didn't have time to get in the gym anymore. So then when I came back to Ringwood this season, I had a conversation with my coach, and I was like, look, honestly, like I love basketball. I obviously want to still keep playing. My coach is really supportive of me at med school too, which is great. I was like, I want to keep playing, but at the same time, like, I don't think I can be the person we rely on. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll be there. If I'm having a good night, great. But like, you relying on me to turn up and have 15 to 20, like I'm just not putting the reps in that I know I need to get that. So this year I took kind of like a back seat in terms of like, obviously I still went out there and like played and like gave it my all, but I definitely took a back seat in terms of mentally just kind of accepting like, you know what, you do have a lot on your plate. It's okay if you miss, like, you know, like it's not okay if I miss shots. I want to make shots, but just being a bit gentler with myself, because I think the first year of med school, I was like putting so much pressure on myself to do well in med school, and then putting the same amount of pressure on myself to do well in basketball, and being like, why am I missing that? Like, that's my shot. Like, how am I not making that? Like, what, like, you know, I've worked so hard, like, how's this? And it's just like, well, if you're not putting the work in, like, unfortunately, that's how basketball is. Like, you need to constantly be there. And like, I'm choosing a career where like, I'm not able to be there as much, and that's okay. So it was a bit of a mental shift. I have a lot of support from my family. Like, shout out my mom and dad. They do a bunch for me.
Shout to mom and dad.
Yeah. Like, that would
Shout
be really hard. Like, and yeah, like even what Jordan was talking about, like, I'm really lucky. Like, you know, like my parents are really stable. Like, I'm from a really good neighborhood. Like, you know what I mean? I went to private school, like all of those things. Like, that means that whilst being at medical school, like they can help me. Like, for a lot of people, medical school isn't even on the cards because it's unpaid. It's basically like we're at placement every day. You don't get paid. Like, if you're from a background where you need to work for yourself and you have no one to give you money to support you, like it's really, really hard. So yeah, I guess a culmination of all those things. And I'm really grateful for that. Cause yeah, I wouldn't be able to do the amount of things I do without them, for sure.
Yeah. Shout to mom and dad, man, for making a way for you. You said you had a good life, good neighborhood, private school, man. How was that? So you had a big house growing up?
Like I'm an only child, so not really big, but like also I don't need a big house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, you didn't want for nothing. You ain't never so you saying you never came home, the lights was out. You know what I'm saying?
No, like
ain't no
I
food
live, like,
in the stove, in the refrigerator.
Beach. I got like I went to like a really good private school. Like I was on scholarship there, but still like we live in a great neighborhood. And a part of that is my dad grew up in London, and he grew up in like housing estates, like single mom, three, like, you know what I mean? Like, three mixed race children in their 60s. Like, he grew up with it. So when he came here, he was like, no, like, I don't care what it takes. Like, we're living in like a good thing. I'm paying for your school. I'm like giving you everything kind of thing. So, and my mom's similar, like her parents are Greek immigrants. They grew up in the farm, like migrated after the war. So like both of them worked really hard to get me to the point I'm at. But yeah, I had a private school was, you know, private school. It was a little bubble. That's why I'm really, I think, grateful for college as well. Just broadening my horizons. And I think I always say this, like when talking about becoming a doctor, I think a lot of the people I interacted with in college, especially like in athletics, right? Because a lot of people there on scholarship and like playing sport was their only way to kind of, you know, get an education or etc. Like it was really helpful for me to like broaden my perspective and understand like more about the world. And I feel like that will hopefully make me a better doctor in terms of just growing up in a consistent bubble of like,
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the most important things. So what was one of the biggest, I wouldn't say changes, but what was the biggest shock that you had when you first went to America? Because did you ever get to leave Melbourne, or were you always in Melbourne your whole life?
No, so I grew up again. So my dad was the head coach for the Australian track and field team. So he used to go to like Olympics and world championships and stuff. So me and mum used to travel like kind of like to him. And then mum has family in Greece, we have family in London. So I was really lucky, and being an only child, like I got to travel a bit. So definitely that. But I was able to go out to America before I committed, like on a little trip. But I guess the biggest thing, like shock living over there was a few, like one of the biggest things was like just school shootings, like in terms of, like just talking to my friends. And, you know, like I remember my ex at the time was talking to me, and he was like, yeah, like I'm really nervous, like because, you know, my younger brother is going to be at high school like this year without me kind of thing. And me being like, why are you stressed about that? And he's like, well, you know, like if there's a shooting, there's like no one who's going to get him, like who's going to make sure he's good. And I was just sitting there and I was like, it was just mind blowing to me. Like I was like, I can't even conceptualize this. And then what other shock moments? There was one, again, with my ex. It was like 3 a.m. and we got pulled over by the police in like a very white neighborhood, and my ex was black. And like that was a moment that has stayed with me for a very long time, because
what happened?
I had just never seen him like that. And like he was like, I'm calling my mom, like, Lana, don't say anything, put your hands on the dash. Like, and obviously me, like, don't get me wrong, we have racism in Australia, like it's alive and well, but I think that was just very, very different. And like, a big shock for me, but I think really important for me as well to like have a understanding of,
that, it's listen, my kids, I'm scared when my kids go to school because of school shootings. And, you know, it's like the younger kids are like, I don't know if you know what switches are, but switch is a type of gun. They talk about it in the raps all the time. We pull up with the switch and all that. They out here. It's kids 13, 14, 15 years old. They hanging out the window. They getting drove around by a 16, 17-year-old. That's big bro, that's big cousin or whatever. They flying around with the switches out the window. They pulling up to school. Like it would be a culture shock. You know what I mean? So like, you know, so I know some people that came over to the country, you know what I mean? They don't want to come back no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they just had a bad experience. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to come back. They rather go back where they was from, you know what I mean? Really wasn't making a lot of money, but they was like, fuck that. Hey, this too dangerous over here where we was at. We going back over there. And I was like, hey, I get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand it's a culture shock. I'd be scared when my kids go to school too. Every single day I'm scared when my kids go to school. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of school, you was back-to-back MVP, correct? You was back-to-back MVP, you know what I'm saying? And at Haleyburg Girls College. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good, yeah.
Okay, so who was your biggest individual rival? It's a two-part question. Who was your biggest individual rival? And if she's still in Australia, is she competing in ISO1V1 basketball tournament?
Oh, this is a fun question. Okay, so Australian basketball works a little bit different. Like, so we have school basketball, right? Which, and then we also have like representative club basketball. So it's like almost like AAU, but it goes for the whole year, and we stay in the state.
Okay.
So shout out Keely Frawley. She played on my school basketball team with me. And not that we were like rivals, like we had beef. We were good friends, but we were the same position. So I felt like, you know, we were always going at it.
Right.
So we were on the same school team, but then we also played in the same like representative team.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so she was probably one of the people where I was always competing with her just because we were the same position.
Mm-hmm.
And then she actually went to college at Portland, so she was in the same conference as me.
Oh,
and then the year after I left to Santa Clara, she actually transferred to Santa Clara, and she was actually in Bayside Ballers with me when we won KOTC. So we're besties now, but yeah, I feel like growing up we had a little bit of a friendship rivalry. But she's not playing ISO.
Right. Okay. That was so she's not playing because I'm like, okay, well y'all was on the same team at Haleyberry. You know what I mean? You went to college and y'all was in the same joint. And then she comes to Santa Clara and then y'all on the team with the Bayside Ballers. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I know surely she gonna follow you to play with you or against you in ISO1V1, but she's not doing that. So I guess we won't be seeing her and you compete against her. You know what I mean? But there's plenty of other girls for you to compete against for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of other people I'm excited to match up against. So
go ahead.
Yeah, that'll be another question. We'll wait till a bit later with that. But I want to know, obviously, when you were in college, who, I know you named some WNBA players, but who was, let's say, the top 3, or you can name all of them if you want, but it might be a big list if you played in that conference. Who is like the best players that you've played against? You know what I mean? Like that played in WNBA, or maybe not, because some don't even get to the WNBA and that are cold too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start off with, I actually played with this girl, Taylor Sewell. She got drafted I should know this. She got drafted last year to the Minnesota Lynx, and then she ended up doing the season with Chicago Sky.
Okay.
She was my teammate. And to be fair, she came in really raw, but I genuinely had never met someone so athletic. Like, she would do one-hand. Like, I remember we got in the gym the first day, and she was, like, doing one-handed chin-ups. And I was like, oh, my God, what have I gotten myself into? Like, I was like, I'm not going to make it here. Like,
one-handed chin-ups.
And she's come a long way in terms of her basketball journey. In terms of other people, Arike's definitely one. Like, it was kind of cool. Like, I hate saying this because obviously you're playing against people. It was kind of cool watching Arike play. She's really good at basketball.
She's nice.
Asia Durr. Asia Durr was at Louisville when we were in the ACC, and she was a bucket. Like, she was nasty. So they're probably some of the highlights. I'm trying to,
For sure. Go ahead, Jordan. I know you got another one.
No. There's no. You can hit it off because I mean I do. It's crazy that you talk about, because I've seen Enrique obviously since more of the. You see, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I watched Maya Moore a lot because she was
can't miss. You can't miss.
In Connecticut. There was a Canadian that played Dennon Brown. He was there, and it was around that time, and that's when I knew more about Maya Moore, and then especially the times when we were in college. Philly, when we were in college, it was like that was our time because we're a bit older, right? So that was our time. But as of recently, like when Caitlin Clark came in, I was a Caitlin Clark fan, bro. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. So and then when I seen her play, I was like, okay. She's nice, and the way that she's nice, because Steph Curry's my favorite player. She can shoot from deep, she can pass, she can do all that stuff. But I'm not a fool. Like, I know, like, Paige, her game is like nice. So then when I got to see Enrique, bro, because I started watching WNBA, I was like, yo, she can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm watching properly and seeing like these girls get it, like, yo, it must have been like, especially seeing it, maybe, I don't know if they're your idols, like saying like these girls are like amazing girls that I got to play against. Like, it must be amazing to watch and see, people play at the highest level. You know what I mean? Like, people don't really understand. Obviously, I played pro, so I got to see other people like that have played at a higher level than me. And it's amazing to even be a part of their journey too, because you had to play against them. It's not like, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. So I can only imagine how amazing that must feel,
For sure. And like, even like my season in the WNBL I played, like, we had Lauren Jackson on the team. And that was like nuts. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm passing the ball to Lauren Jackson. Like, She's like one of the goats of like women's basketball. Like she's her. Like she has how many like WNBA MVPs, like finals MVPs, championships. And I was like, oh yeah, here you go, LJ. Like he's the ball. Like it took me a while to adjust to that.
Yeah. So let's talk a little ISO1V1 coming up September 5th through the 7th in North Melbourne, Australia, where you got to be a baller to get that money. You understand me? Who are you most excited to compete against in this tournament? Who are you most excited to compete against in this tournament? You know what I mean? It's going to be because it's 24 elite women. You know what I mean? And I know you know some of them. Maybe you may not know all of them, but I know you got, you know some of them. Who are you most excited to compete against in this tournament?
Can I give you two?
You can give me however many you want.
Okay. All right. So first of all, Nia Locke. That's my girl. She plays with me at Ringwood. I'm excited. It's always good vibes with Nia. That's my girl. So I'm really excited to play her. I think it'll just be fun to. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to go at her. She went to college at George Washington. No, not George Washington. Which one is it? No, maybe it is George Washington. It's one of the ones in DC. Anyways, so she's a hooper, and we grew up playing against each other too. And then the other person that I've been talking mad shit with, Zoe. Zoe is hooper. She plays in a different league to me, but we know each other, and she plays in a lot of like the 3-on-3 Summer Jam tournaments and stuff. So last time we played, I dropped her a bit, and now so she's coming again.
Oh, she got a vendetta.
Yeah, she has a strong vendetta. So I'm excited to play her. We've been going back and forth, in the DMs. We've been chatting a lot of shit, so that'll be a good matchup. I'm hoping we get to play each other.
Oh, listen, I hope you get to play Nia Locke and Zoe, because here's the thing when people fail to realize. Like when we watch NBA basketball and they talk about LeBron or Kevin Durant or Steph Curry or just guys that will laugh with each other. You know what I mean? Oh, they ain't supposed to be laughing with. Oh, they ain't competing. They ain't taking this. What people don't understand is that if Jordan is my guy, if Jordan is on the other side of me and vice versa, you think I'm not about to try to bust his ass with a smile if I got to? And it goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because what is it? You competing against your brother, and it's bragging rights. You're not about to go soft on Nia. You're not about to go soft on Zoe. Y'all about to go full-fledged, full force, because it's 10 bands at the helm. And even if it wasn't no money, playing basketball one-on-one is competitive. I've never seen guys play one-on-one that wasn't competitive. Never. And never, even the guys that cannot hoop look like they never touched the basketball before and shoot like that. They still out there working hard, trying to beat the man in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot wait for you to get out there. We're gonna see. I told Monique, I said, when women is all around like that, 24 women, women don't get along. And y'all competing out here too for $10,000, you better beef up the security. You might see some hair slinging on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot wait to see you. Hopefully you get to go against Nia Locke and Zoe, because I know we going to see Lana pull out that bag, and we know that Zoe she's out to get her after getting dropped. Oh yeah. That's like getting knocked out. That's like getting knocked out in the boxing match. We won round two. You know what I'm saying? So, next. Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
There's you said Zoe. What's Zoe's last name?
Zoe's Zwelling. Did you say what Zoe's last name? Or sorry.
Yeah, her last name. Yeah.
Zwelling. She plays at Pakenham in Big V.
Okay.
Probably not. She's American. She grew up in the Bay. She's been at Summer Jam. She's been at Paran too.
Oh, she has?
Black girl, top bun.
Bay Area.
If she ever watches this.
Well, she gonna watch this, because we gonna tag her.
We definitely gonna tag her. So what? Listen. I have heard we had Joey on the show. We had Joey on the show yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And he speaks he speaks high praises of you, Lana. He speaks high praises. Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah. And I want to let you know something. We've heard a lot about you, and we've heard a lot about another woman that's going to be in the ISO1V1.
Who do you think we talking about?
Who you think we talking about?
What are you talking about? Who's playing? Is it like Rach Bell? No.
No.
Am I gonna hit? There's 24 people playing, man.
Okay, we hear a lot about you. Heard about Zoe and we hear a lot about Steph Reed. Okay, a lot about Steph Reed. Now the kids.
I've been told Steph isn't playing though.
Huh?
Oh,
Steph's a dog. If Steph's playing, we're all in trouble.
Because here's the thing. Because here's the thing. That was my question. You know what I'm saying? Is she the biggest threat to you getting that $10,000 in the ISO1V1 basketball tournament? Let me know.
I think Steph Reed's the biggest threat to everyone. That girl is friggin'. I am a big Steph fan. I know her, so I'm a big Steph advocate is what I say. I remember my dad used to work for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, the NBL team, right? And one day he was like, I was back from college, and he was like, come to they have pickup runs, right? With some of the NBL boys and some of the NBL1 boys. And he was like, come, Steph plays. And I was like, oh, okay, Steph's playing. I remember I got out there and I was I was playing, but I was struggling. Obviously, I'm playing against grown professional men. It's one thing to play pickup, at the park. These are NBL players. And she was just going at them. And I was like, she does not care who is standing next to them, next to her, who she's playing ones against, who she's shooting a layup against, who she's trying to break their ankles. She doesn't care. She is a dog. Shout out Steph.
And see, this the thing. The respect that you giving Steph, you know what I'm saying? That's the respect that Joey is giving you. That you nice too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's just Steph. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. When I turn up, I'll turn up. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Steph Reed, I'm scared.
I know.
That girl can hoop.
So with that being said, listen. We talked about. We know what's going on with ISO1V1. We know it's a one-on-one matchup. We know it's the biggest in Australia. We know it's the second one. It's 24 elite men and women. And we know it's 10 bands up for grabs for the winner. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't no ties. It ain't no you get 5,000, I get no. It's 10,000 for one person. You turn up. You competitive. I see it all in you. That ain't all that pretty face and that doctor and all of that stuff. You in a competitive lane. Doctors are competitive. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just gotta cut to the chase. Are you Lana Hollingsworth? With Steph Reed being there, Nia Locke, and Zoe Zwelling all in the fold, are you gonna be the one to walk away with that $10,000 after that ISO1V1 basketball tournament? Let us know. Talk to us.
100%. I already have a list of things I want to buy.
Whoa!
I have a cart.
Whoa!
I have a cart.
Whoa!
Okay.
I have a cart. What does this look like?
Oh my God! Hey, that listen. See what I'm saying, Jordan? See all that pretty face and the doctor. They went out the window, and you see how calm she said it. Who is the most dangerous people? The one that ain't saying nothing. The one that ain't saying nothing is the most dangerous. I think we're gonna see a dog fight, and if we see Steph Reed and Lana Hollingsworth. I don't give a damn with nobody. NBL, who she went at, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's money up for grabs, and there's women involved. Lana, they about to get busy.
Lana do talking, man. I don't know why she do be talking when she on the court.
Listen, you know, and you know what? But here's the thing, though. All of that, she's calm, cool, collected. She's a calm, cool, collected competitor. You feel me? So what you just said, all of that is pulling out of her. It's out of her pores. I'm already seeing what's going on. I already know what's going on. She turns into a different. That's not Dr. Hollingsworth. Okay, that's not Dr. Hollingsworth. That's Lana. That's when you see that. That's Lana. You feel me? When you see Lana, you already know it ain't no scalpels. It ain't none of that shit out. None of that. She's not gonna be in scrubs. She's not gonna be in Crocs. She's gonna be in that hoop attire, and it's time to bust ass. And I can't wait to see it. You understand? I can't wait to see it. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Joy. Whatever else you want to ask her, take it away, man.
What's with the 22? Why 22?
Honestly, I don't have a reason. It was my first number when I first started playing. It was the jersey I got given on my first team, and I've just always kept it. The only time college, when I went to Santa Clara, there was a girl who already had 22, so I went to 34, which... There probably wasn't that much reason. Maybe a little bit. Giannis is 34, and he's half Greek, and my mom's Greek. So I was like, oh, that'll be fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really have a big ritual around my number. I've just always been 22. It's just always been the thing. So just kept it.
Okay. You got anything else, Jordan?
No.
So, well, one more thing. What do you think about the women's pay in basketball? Like, I know a lot of the women are advocating to get more money. Like, what do you think about that? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you,
sticky questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think and what I said after you, and because Jordan gonna have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about that?
Look, it's like, obviously I'm a female basketballer. We put in the same amount of work. We get paid the same amount, but we also need people to watch us and turn up to the games as much, right? So like, I understand, obviously, if the league isn't making as much of a profit, it's difficult. Like, I don't know the ins and out of the WNBA breakdown. Like, I think they just turned down increased pay because they want like equal shares in like profits and things like that. But what I do know is the WNBA has exploded. And what I do know as well is there's a certain lag in terms of like, you kind of have to give first and then wait for things to come up, I feel like. And I think women's footy here, like football, I don't know if you, Jordan, I don't know if you watch footy here, but AFL, they essentially went for a thing where they, like, from the jump just gave the women, like, I think like an equal share of the pay, and like they're just waiting for the league to reach a certain point, but they started with it being kind of like super professional and giving them a lot more than women's basketball makes here. So I think the girls should get paid more, point blank, period. Yeah. I think, and I think also it's a bit of I think paying them more will also help some of the haters take women's basketball more seriously, because there will be that kind of commitment from the league and from the league to be like, no, like, this is legit. Like, they're not playing, like, they're not getting in the kitchen. They're not doing this. Like, these girls are hoopers. And, like, if Nike's paying you however many $1 million because you're Caitlin Clark, like, yeah, I think the WNBA should pay you a decent amount too. But I also understand it's a business. Right. So, I don't know.
I just think, and I'm a man. It's coming from a man. You know what I'm saying? Women, I don't know why they don't like to pay women, and not just basketball. You look at the actresses. They don't like to pay the actresses. Look at Taraji P. Henson. You know what I mean? Or the great movies that she has been in. Well, Tyler Perry is the first one that gave her $1 million check. Why wouldn't you want somebody like Taraji P. Henson or these women that are great actors to get paid? They got women out here that's CEOs that give them less pay. Presidents that give them less pay. What is the difference? I don't understand. Just that part in general, just a part in life. But when we talk about basketball, this is what I said. And then Jordan's going to have, he going to push back on this. I said, you look at women's basketball, right? It's what it is. It's basketball. You know what I'm saying? What will excite people right now? Obviously, Steph came in and changed the game. Steph Curry. So the 3-point shot is what, that's what makes the game, everybody gets excited about that more than a dunk right now. But what I said, when it comes to the women, it's not like you have a bunch of Steph Currys out there. You know what I mean? You don't have a bunch of Steph Currys, but what's going to entice the people and get money and more butts in the seats? And I said this 5-6 years ago, because I was talking to my wife. I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. In about 10 years, you see these young, you see these young, well, yeah, see, here you go. You see these young chicks right, just listen to me. You see these young chicks right now. Things evolve, things get better. You're seeing more athletic women now. You get on social media, there's women out there dunking. You know what I'm saying?
The young girls are throwing it down.
The young girls are coming. They're dunking. Young, 14, 15, they are dunking. I said 5-6 years ago, in about 10 years, you're going to see young women coming, not just on a fast break like Lisa Leslie did back in the day, you know what I mean, when nobody was down the court and she just dunked it. No. You're going to see women at the top of the key, coming off a screen, getting through the lane, and they're going to be dunking. It may not be a windmill, but it's going to be a regular dunk that's through the lane with people down there. And on fast breaks with people dunking. When you see the women start dunking like that, that's when more butts are going to get put in the seat, and you won't have a choice but to pay them more money. Just imagine if the NBA was no dunking. Before the 3-point shot came, just imagine there's no dunking. We're basically watching regular basketball, which is what the women is, because they don't have the male's athleticism. There ain't nobody jumping over the rim. Ain't nobody doing what LeBron and them is doing. You know what I'm saying? And even though Caitlin Clark has a great 3-point shooting game, and it reminds me of Steph Curry. I said that from the beginning. She ain't running around and elusive and all of that like a Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once the women get that under their belt and they start dunking in games I promise you, they're going to make more money. They're going to have a choice. They're going to have a choice. Go ahead, talk your shit, Jordan. I know you don't believe me. Go ahead.
Yo. It's not that. Listen, we had this conversation a long time ago. All right, and as much as he would, or I don't know if you agree with him, that we think that might happen. The reality is, because I've seen the girl, especially the girl from France, she came in and she was like dunking easily. But when you get into the WNBA game, ain't no girls dunking easily, just going there and just jamming it. It just ain't happening. And nothing's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's wrong with that. Because I feel like the WNBA game is more like tactical than the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like they really are playing ball out there.
They are.
They really are playing ball. When it's with the men, it's more just, you're bigger, faster, stronger. Sometimes that just works out with you. Some of them don't even understand certain things that when you talk about spacing, when you talk about how coverage in the pick and roll, when we talk about, there's so many things that even these young kids coming up in the NBA that they don't get, but they're athletic. It's excitement. They can shoot a three and that's it. Whatever the case may be. But the WNBA, these girls are actually hooping, bro.
Right.
And that's what's going to make them go. And that's what's going to make people try to get into the seats. It's not really, it's just about getting more engagement with them. When the Caitlin Clark came, and now that Caitlin Clark has come, now that Juju has come in and Paige has just come this year, we just need to start marketing these girls a bit more, marketing them more. And then maybe that's going, and because these girls are good. It's not like my more and them weren't good.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing, bro, we had Lisa Leslie was dunking. What was that? 20 years ago?
No. When did she dunk? Jordan, she had a couple dunks, and that's the same thing I just said. I ain't talking about that fast break when everybody else down the court and everybody just looking. No. I tell you what, 5 more years.
They was talking about when that happened that girls are going to be dunking.
5 more years. You didn't see those younger chicks with the evolution of hops like that.
To be fair, though, Brittany Griner's been dunking.
Mm-hmm.
That girl is massive. She's been dunking.
Hey, Lana, look.
And the Australian girl. What about the Australian girl?
I kind of agree with Jordan. I've always said, you need to market. Don't get me wrong. I play basketball, but you almost need to market women's basketball in a different way. In the sense, there's parts of the women's game that the men's game doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like men's fans come and expect to see the exact same game, and then they get disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you market it in a different way, where you're focusing on the fact we don't just play 1-on-1. The NBA is basically spaced out 1-on-1 in my opinion a lot of the time. That's you know what I mean? Everyone's involved. There's a lot of excitement. And the women they be fighting. Yeah. And they be getting sassy and all of that.
You gotta listen, I'm talking about them. Watch what I tell you. Watch them guards that's out there in high school right now, that's all on social media and they dunking. Watch. And they getting stronger. They getting taller. They getting bigger. Watch what I tell you. I know Brittany Griner. I know. And I'm talking about
dunking 100%. I don't know if that's going to make people come though.
Oh, it is.
I hope it does.
Oh, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. If you heard of a chick out here knocking out all the men that she fight, they gonna go watch that fight?
I mean, probably.
Okay, if you see a female and females in the WNBA and they're banging, it's going. The seats is going. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I feel like it is coming. It's because it's on. They starting training from a young age. Kids is down here training now, getting stronger. All of that. So I feel like it's coming. It's coming, bro. And listen, I don't disagree with y'all about they need to market it better. I'm not in disagreement with that. I'm just saying it's going to only enhance when them chicks get in the league and when they start dunking. I'm telling you.
So I have a question for you, Lana, before we let you go and you have things to do. You two, Big Mike. What do you think about lowering the rim?
Oh man, listen. Go ahead, Lana. Go ahead.
Yeah,
why? I don't know. You know what I mean? We already play with a smaller size ball. I just feel like lowering the rim's unnecessary. Like we said, when girls are growing up and they're starting to dunk now, and you know what I mean? My dad's always, my dad obviously was a high level track coach. And from a young age, he was you guys could dunk. Like, he's trained high jumpers. He's trying, like, you know what I mean? He's trained female Olympic high jumpers. He's like, they could dunk easily.
Yep.
Like, it's just about, like, if the game emphasizes that skill enough for you to put the reps into plyos, into whatever, then girls will start dunking. It's just like when I was growing up, like, no one thought that we could do that. So no one like trained it and was like, yeah, like do all these reps. So I don't think you need to lower the rim. Like Lisa Les has been dunking, Candace Parker's been dunking, Brittany Griner has been dunking, like heaps of people can dunk. And even the girls that don't dunk, like there's plenty of girls on like almost every college team that can dunk with a tennis ball. Mm-hmm. Like, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just think lowering the rim's dumb.
Me personally, yeah, I'm with Lana. Don't lower the rims. Don't lower the rim. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, you've been shooting on a 10-foot rim your whole life. You know what I'm saying? And then you lower the rim and you missing, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, it ain't like you about to, you know, you could have a 6-foot, 7-foot rim in the hood, you know what I mean, on your court that goes up and down, you know what I mean? You might hit on that all day long, but it's not going to be that low. We talking about 9 feet, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's gonna knock off the shot making for some of the women. It's gonna be an adjustment. I think you leave it at 10 and just if they start dunking, they start dunking. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should do that. Nah, keep it at 10 foot.
So my thing is, so, you know, growing up, when you lowered the rim, it was easier to shoot. That's one. Mm-hmm. Two, why is it that in most other sports, everything is smaller?
Like what though?
So like
football
volleyball.
Is not smaller. You play football. What about the football pitch is different for women?
Listen. If we want to get on another podcast, we can go and talk about the soccer thing. Trust me, we can do that. But what about yo?
Answer the question. You can't answer that question.
What's the question?
She just asked you.
There's nothing different about football pitch.
Okay. The football pitch, I think there needs to be something that happens with women's football in terms of the pitching size. Something needs to change. I don't know if it's. I think maybe the net needs. Because when you see the women in this goal. Bro, it's so big.
Yeah.
It is huge.
So you're saying a smaller goal?
Maybe. I don't. So it's a bit like they look tiny.
Hey man, stop hating, man. Stop hating, bro.
What about volleyball?
Which sport is it different though? Like
volleyball.
Oh, the net's low. Yeah. Okay. You just picked like such a random sport then, like volleyball. Like,
yeah, but Jordan, you gotta get it over the net. They ain't jumping as high as the men. You know what I mean? They can shoot as high as the men, but
I don't know if you've watched volleyball.
I'll be watching sometime.
Be jumping.
They be jumping.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. You're saying like, oh, lowering the rim, like it'll be easy to shoot. Women are like arguably sometimes like better shooters than men. Like if we're going stat for stat, like Sabrina, like didn't she beat? No, she didn't beat.
No, she didn't beat him. She
didn't beat him. Look, he don't like that.
We're right there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like no, you can shoot. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that you can shoot. But when people say that it's gonna be an adjustment, it'll be an adjustment. But it is easier to shoot.
Yeah, it is. But I don't want to see. Asia Wilson.
But I agree with you that women shoot the shit out the ball.
Jordan,
no doubt.
But Jordan,
I think they could shoot. Probably, to be honest, they might be able to shoot better than the men.
But Jordan, come on, dog. Asia, I don't want Asia Wilson backing somebody down on a 9-foot rim. Brittany Griner, like about a 9-foot rim. That's too easy. What? Nah, keep it 10, man.
It too easy for Shaq. It was too easy for Shaq too. No,
the rim is 10. The rim is 10 foot. And so if it's too easy for her at 10, what the hell you think it's gonna be at 9?
Things adjusted in time, when basketball first started till now, things can change.
Man, I hope they don't lower it to 9 foot. Let's just hope they don't do that.
I'm just throwing it out there, man. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm anti lowering the rim.
I'm anti too. You Jordan, you like it? You want to see it? Well, that's too bro. Hell no. Your shooting percentage is gonna go up. Hell no. Keep it where it is, man.
Keep it where it is?
Yes, bro. That's too... Go ahead.
All right. Cool. All right, so what's up? So you're excited for this ISO1V1 and all that, and you got all your gear. Everything is in.
Yeah, got all my stuff. I'm ready. I'm locked in. Been getting in the gym.
How many shots you putting up?
I don't really, honestly, I haven't been doing like reps like that. Like I've been doing a lot of stuff. I work out with Vi, and we've been doing like a lot of like finishing and like me practicing like going downhill and like more because ISO is like it's not set shooting, so there's no point me like set shooting. Like I'm gonna have the ball in my hand.
Yeah.
So like practicing like me shifting, making reads. Like a lot of it is gonna be making reads on people. So I'm very like when I train, like I like to do the thing I'm gonna do. Like set shooting's great, like obviously for the seat, but even then, like I've never been a big like set shooting. Like I would rather get up like 200 shots of like someone contesting me than like 1,000 of me just set shooting, because I just feel like I like to practice exactly how it's going to be, kind of thing.
For sure. And I know we said we're going to get you up out of here, but one more thing. Explain, like if you had to you know, explain your game. Who is your game like? Like who do you, I don't know if you model your game after somebody, or you just say, you know, I just do what I do, you know what I mean? And unfortunately it looks like her.
Yeah, look, I would love to say I've always wanted to model my game after Russell Westbrook. Do I think I play like Russell Westbrook? Probably not. But I've always wanted to be like a big guard, really like good coming downhill, like able to get rebounds, able to shoot. But I think for me, like I've probably excelled definitely like coming off drags and like coming downhill in like especially 5-on-5. And Russell Westbrook's, I feel like one of the kings at that, like in his prime, like he could not be guarded in transition in any type of way. So he's always been someone where I've been like, yeah, like that's like, I want to be a big guard that can be like quick and explosive kind of thing.
So when you get the ball at the top of the key, you pushing that pace then. You ain't.
Yeah. I'm gone. Like I like grab, rebound, go type thing. Pardon?
You can shoot though.
I know that's the one thing I can shoot. Yeah, I'm probably a bit better of a shooter than Russell Westbrook.
Man, listen, bro, she just got the Terminator written on her face. I don't care what nobody say. That look, I'll tell you that doctor shit. She is a killer. She is a killer. Okay, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Listen. I ain't buying that look, Lana. I'm not buying that. Rip that off right now. I'm gonna see a red eye like the Terminator. I'm gonna see a metal face.
Everyone, because I'm real smiley. Everyone doesn't take me seriously, you know.
And those be the ones. Them be the ones, man. Them quiet ones, them cool ones that don't do too much. Whether we talking fighting or whatever, them quiet ones will whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? You better leave them quiet ones alone. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Yeah. Well, listen,
That's
man.
a fact.
Lana, we are so happy that you was able to come on the show with us, talk to us for a little while, let us know about your life, your journey, your basketball, and also to talk about the ISO1V1 basketball tournament in North Melbourne, Australia, September 5th through the 7th, where there is 24 elite women, 24 elite men, and they all will battle for $10,000 in their respective divisions, men and women. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's watching right now, you can log on to Instagram at ISO1V1 for tickets and online streaming updates. And listen, we 10 days away, 9 days away. The time is ticking. You know what I mean? I think we're going to have a bomb. It's going to be a bomb that explode in that joint on September 7th when all of this stuff is done. You know what I mean? So shout to Pedro and Monique. Go ahead, Jordan. Shout to Pedro and Monique, man. All the contestants. Yo, they just got Hezi God. Hezi God has been added to the men's, to the elite men. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about to go up. It's about to go up for sure.
It definitely about to go up. And we're going to make sure in let's say 2 weeks then, we're going to come back on the show and we're going to be flashing some cash with Lana, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flashing some cash.
Listen, all I want is $1.
If you guys are lucky, maybe I'll get you something.
Listen. You could buy me a water. You could buy me a water from the gas station. I'd be good. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend some of the winners' money. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Right. So now that we're gonna let you go, recommend who you think we should get on next for the women's, so we can see. We can talk.
Get my girl Naya on. She's a good time, and she got a cool story too. She's a good time.
This what we're asking you to do. Asking politely. Holla at Naya. Okay.
Got you.
And we gonna hit Naya up because I'm pretty sure she probably, she don't follow us right now. So if we send her a DM or something like that, she's not gonna actually get it. It's gonna go to the request. You know what I mean? So if you remember, please holler at Naya because we gonna hit her up and we want to get her on the show too.
Yo, that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do, and I was like, yo, I might get put left on scene. I don't know because I just messaged.
I didn't been left on scene.
I didn't follow her when I first met her, so that's why I was like, I didn't know what would happen. So luckily she replied back. We appreciate that though.
Yep.
I'm a woman of the people. What can I say?
Yeah, look at her. Look at her. Look, and listen, after 5 p.m., she's a killer. Understand? After 5 p.m. she a killer on that court. You know what I mean? So listen, man, Lana Hollingsworth, appreciate you for coming on Under the Lights. For the viewers right now, hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. Check out ISO1V1 September 5th through the 7th. Log on to ISO1V1 on Instagram to get your tickets and online streaming updates. That's our show for the day, and we gone.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah.